This is Radio Broadcasting by Caleb Dell. So, why study radio broadcasting? Well, without it, we wouldn't have AM, FM, and Sirius bands. Radio also reaches 93% of Americans, meaning it has a huge broadcast. It also plays a huge role in our communication, whether that be for traffic or emergencies. There is also no subscription or expensive receivers. The background. Radio reached the golden age in the 1930s and was the medium for live entertainment. People used to gather around, listen to the presidents talk, listen to live shows, or generally just listen to music. In the 1920s and 1940s, radio was the only way to listen to live reports. FM resurfaced in 1961. The radio actually resurfaced in 1961 due to the FM stereo broadcasting. FM broadcasting almost died due to AM station owners. It took more than 35 years to achieve 50% of all radio listening in 1978. Once the TV came out, it kind of put the halt on the radio's development. Once people were able to see people talk, see the news, see people, dancing, having fun at television, they really wanted that to develop more than the radio. Which is amazing that the radio actually had a comeback. Taking 35 years to develop, that's a long time, and definitely is hard to do. Also, the reason why it didn't develop is the marketplace just didn't want it to develop during the TV. It just didn't see the need to invest in the radio. Recent development. New technologies that offer a substitution for radio. You could go buy the latest smartphone, or on your computer, you could pull up any AM, FM band around the world. I could listen to California's FM band right now. I could listen to New York's. I could go on my phone and do the exact same thing. I could listen to the Salt Lake AM, FM band, or I could go to whatever state. I don't know international bands, but I'm pretty sure. The development of radios. You used to just have your basic tuners in cars and in the household. Now it's gotten really complex. You could have a touchscreen radio with all the best bells, whistles, and gadgets, or you could have just your standard tuner. You have the backup camera, you have where you could adjust every speaker. Same thing goes with in the house. You used to just have your basic radio, but now you have the development in the audio side, but also in the tuner side, because you could play Blu-ray off of them, you could install multiple videos, connectors, you can have multiple sources coming in and out, and all while still displaying radio, AM, FM band. In satellite radio, the new era of listening. So satellite radio came into the picture in 2001, 2002, broadcasting a different kind of radio. You had to have a radio that could decode the transmissions of satellite radio. But the reason why I think satellite radio is so big now is because they won't get fined like you can on the FM radio. If you've listened to Howard Stern, that man literally says anything and does anything he wants. He could say whatever, do whatever, and won't get fined. Back when he was still on regular radio airwaves, he got fined a lot, and so did the station. I think that's what's bringing the bigger picture into the satellite, and a lot more people are moving to satellite. You have unfiltered music. Such as a swear word gets blurred out, or certain words get blurred out, but not on satellite. Satellite, you could say anything you want to. The current status. Each week, 241 million people will hear 15,859 FM, LPFM, and AM stations. Radio ad spendings dropped $16 billion back in 2009, lessening the exposure. So back when we had the recession, a lot of people didn't want to invest in radio ads. A lot of companies went under. It was a bad time for people who offered ads through the radio. But the spending is predicted to rise 20% in 2013 through 2017. That is going to be huge. A lot more people are going to radio ads. And with this, my question is, will there be longer radio ads? Will it be quicker cut? How are they expected to do this? Because more companies investing in ads, I believe, would lead to longer ad times, which I already hate commercials already or ads on the radio. So this could be huge. This could cause a major decline in the radio, sending us off into our smartphones, listening to Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music. Or it stays the same and we just get a bigger investment. Factors to watch. The next thing, audio listening through smartphones are expected to rise. Be honest, I really don't listen to the radio anymore. I listen to Pandora, which I guess is an online radio. I listen to Apple Music. I have my own playlist. I can listen to any song right there on the touch of the button. I listen to SoundCloud, which is the same thing. I create playlists. I could hear artists' new music right then and there. Some that they can't even release over the radio, unfiltered, and I get it at the touch of my phone. I think a lot more people are going to start doing this and are expected to do this. Radio stations kind of get into the mainstream music and the mainstream ways of doing things. If you listen to a country station, you're going to have your top country songs right now, the top 100 billboards. It's the same thing with rap. They overplay songs, and that's where it drew me off to go listen to my own phone, because I could listen to the newest music, the hottest music right now, the newest track that just dropped, but on the radio I can't. We got a quiz. How much is ad exposure expected to rise? 20% in 2013 through 2017. And then how many people will listen to the radio weekly? About 241 million. Again, as kind of a review, more people are leading off to the smartphones or even satellite radio. I could see satellite radio developing and taking over. You get a lot more leniency with satellite radio that you don't with regular AM, FM bands. And that radio still plays a huge part. I mean, if there's an Amber Alert or if there's an emergency and you're listening to a radio station, they could tell you right then and there. Because a lot of people spend their time in the car traveling to and from work, to the grocery store, pretty much everywhere. Well, that's Radio Broadcasting, guys, by Caleb Dell, and I hope you guys enjoyed.